This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, I welcome you all to today's session. So we are now starting our training on the Azure Sentinel. My name is Mohammad Shahrukh Khan. I have a total of 7+ years of experience into cybersecurity. I've worked across multiple MNCs on multiple different tools, including ArcSight, QRadar, Splunk, and Sentinel. And I have also certified myself into multiple certification. This is regarding my professional career. As far as my training or teaching career is concerned, I have till now around 3+ years of experience into teaching. I've been teaching AWS, Splunk, and Azure for long. I've been attached to multiple coaching institutes as well, and apart from this, I also deliver corporate trainings one-to-one wherever is required. So till now, I've given around 10+ corporate trainings to HCL, TCS, and Accenture. So that's all about me. So let's begin the course. The agenda for today's session is what will be covered in the Azure training, Azure Sentinel training. So I'll be guiding you through it. What all things we are going to cover through the course and what is the duration of the course. Introduction to Azure Environment, important components to get going with the Azure Sentinel. What is Azure Sentinel, why you choose Azure Sentinel, or why anyone will choose Azure Sentinel. What is log analytics workspace? So this is critical component, the log analytics workspace. I'll guide you through over it, what it is, and prerequisite for running on the Azure Sentinel. So let's begin. So I have shared with all of you this flyer across the Telegram and WhatsApp group. So I think we have now 11+ people joining in. I think due to my delay, I lost 4 or 5 people more. No issues. I'll be sharing the video recording, demo recording with them. So next time they can join as well based on the demo. So the total duration I have written for this course is 12 to 14 hours, but I'm sure it will go more than 16 to 18 hours. So what is Sentinel? Sentinel is a SIEM solution, security information and event management, through which anyone who wants to monitor their organization or want to monitor their security posture, want to monitor their security alerts, they can use Sentinel. Sentinel is also having the SOAR capability, security orchestration, automation, and response. I'm not sure who else have known about SOAR. So in short, through SOAR, we can automate most of the stuff that that an L1 analyst will manually do it. So Sentinel is offering both these components inside the same tool. Apart from this, there are more. So once we start the course, once we go through it, there will be a number of things that will be coming in. So I'll be also telling you by the end of this slide what all things are there. So in this Sentinel training, we are going to see what is Azure Analytics, what is Azure Sentinel, what is the difference between a traditional SIEM and this Sentinel, this cloud native SIEM, what all are the advantages that you have, how you can save your money. Then we are going to see the faces of Azure Sentinel, why we will need an Azure Sentinel. We are going to see also a session on the KQL, Custo Query Language. So if you want to search any of the logs on the Sentinel or any of the logs on Azure, basically, so whatever the storage is, Azure steering is a log across different components. If you want to search the logs, you should know the Custo Query language. And nowadays, this is most of the most demanded skill you can say in the market, because I have many friends working into the security domain and other domain as well, in cloud domain as well. So the most demand thing right now is the KQL query. Okay, so anybody can learn Sentinel, anybody can learn Azure basics, but KQL knowledge is must. So you should acquire this skill as well to excel in your career. So that's what I've listened from most of my senior also, that Azure can be learned by most of these guys, but this KQL is important. So this is a niche skill. If you have this thing, so it will be great. We'll be also seeing KQL queries. We will also be learning the KQL queries. I think I have around 2 to 3 hours of session specifically on KQL that we are going to cover. Then we have this watch list option. if we have any additional IP addresses to be monitored, or you can say, I hope you know about threat intelligence part as well. So we are going to see the threat intelligence list. Sentinel is intelligent enough from multiple third-party portals. It is capturing the IP IOCs. I hope you know about IOC, indicator of compromise. If anywhere in the world a malware is detected, uh, if it is detected, so these you can say the security researchers will try to find the IOCs basically. Okay, once the malware is installed, to which IPs it gets connected, what all hash it will generate, what all URLs it will connect to. So these kind of threat intelligence Sentinel has in the form of watch list. You can Sentinel will automatically get it from third parties, maintain a watch list where all these information is available, and it can correlate this watch list with the existing logs that you are receiving in your environment. So we are going to see that as well. Data collection, we are going to see what all are the different ways of data collection, and we are going to onboard Linux logs to Sentinel. So we will be deploying one Linux machine. We are going to deploy the Sentinel agent there and capture the logs. We are going to see the visualizations, the dashboard creation part basically, detecting threats using correlation. See guys, one more thing. On Sentinel, there are a lot of correlation. See, if I talk in layman language, Sentinel is a complete tool. For some of you guys, I have trained you Splunk as well, correct? Splunk, ArcSight, QRadar, we have to maintain the backend servers as well, where the Splunk is installed, ArcSight is installed, QRadar installed. We have to maintain the backend server as well. We have to go through the Splunk administration course or ArcSight administration course, or if you have worked on QRadar, then there will be QRadar administration course. In Sentinel, the backend is managed by Azure. They are telling you, boss, just come to us, just just let us know that you want to use the Sentinel instance. We'll launch the Sentinel instance. Everything at the backend is managed by us. You just bring your data back into you just bring your data back into this Sentinel. Just create your queries, whatever is required to search the data, or any specific queries you want. We have around 172, I think 250 use cases pre-built. You can use them. We have the SOAR playbooks. You want to do automation, we have SOAR playbooks ready. I think they have more than 50 plus playbook ready already. So data connectors, the parsers are also ready for with them. Around I think 250 devices are supported till now. Everything Sentinel is ready with. You don't have to do much. It's fully automatic tool. So yeah, that's where the feature is going. It's a fully automatic tool. You don't have to do much. The price is very less. That's why Sentinel is the market and is in the is prevailing in the market, and it will be the future. First thing is, price is very less. It's a cloud native SIEM. You don't have to manage the backend and other stuff. Uh, and most of the things are automatic, pre-built. Everything is created on Sentinel. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll show you more, so just don't worry. We'll be seeing some correlation rules on the Sentinel. We are going to see some threat detection rules as well. I'm going to showcase you a few of the use cases what all are created on the Sentinel part. We are going to see a real-time threat investigation also. So with the demo logs, Sentinel is also, Azure is also providing you with the demo logs, so that you can search, you can run the KQL queries, you can have the you can just browse the threat investigation tab, how to do an investigation. We are also going to see the investigation graph also. SOAR, I'm going to introduce you to the SOAR platform of the Azure Sentinel, how things get automated. We will also automate 2-3 practicals. I'll show you how to automate this stuff. For example, whenever an alert gets triggered, automatically send email to multiple peoples. This uh, this this is one of the smallest capability of Azure Sentinel. I'm just telling you of SOAR. There are multiple. Once we go to the SOAR module, I'll show you a number of things are there in Sentinel. I'm going to introduce you to the playbooks, what all different type of playbooks are there, what all different threat response automation methods are there. Apart from this, we are going to discuss in detail about the Azure Sentinel licensing as well. I think it is not mentioned here. Azure Sentinel licensing, I'll also explain you how the licensing is working. Now, see guys, you are around how many people? You are around 11 persons now. I know that most of you will not be familiar with the Azure platform. So wherever possible, throughout the course, I'll be also giving you basic tips and tricks of what this service I'm talking about, what is the backend, and before starting the Sentinel training also, and we'll just guide you through the course. So I'll guide you through the basic Azure components. Yeah, so I'm speaking for long now. Guys, any doubts still now?
Yeah, hi Saruk, Himanshu this side. So Saruk, you will cover like some admin part as well, or some like automation part, like if any Python or something language is required for SOAR for
No,
automation.
Himanshu, see, SOAR, you can do a number of things. Yes, Python language is required, but in this one, I'll be showcasing you the pre-built playbooks only that are there into the Sentinel and how to use them. See, Sentinel is a completely automated tool. If you want to write your own playbook also, I'll guide you, not an issue. You just let me know what type of playbook you want. We can create it, it's easy. So we have this logic app designer tab that is available into the Azure, where you can write the playbook without much knowledge of the Python as well. So it's just like drop downs basically. I wanted to do this. Okay, next step, do that. So from drop downs, you can select this thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Sohil, Nikhil, are we good? Any kind of doubts?
I'm okay. No doubts. Okay, sir.
No doubts.
Kiran sir, any doubt?
No, no, I'm fine, thanks.
Cool, man. So let's start. So before beginning to the Sentinel course, you should understand some basic stuff of the Azure. Guys, if you have not enrolled yourself for any AZ900 course, I'll recommend you go through that so that you have better understanding and better grasp on the Azure. But still, no issues. I'll be guiding you through, and like this, how I'm explaining you some of the basic stuff. I'll be trying to explain you each and every time. But yes, if you do the AZ900 trainings only basics, it will be good for you. So before starting Sentinel, what you require is you will require an account on the Azure. So you should register yourself on the Azure website. So let me just open it quickly. I didn't open it. So just register yourself on the Azure website. I've registered mine. So you will get a 30-day free account where we are going to try our Azure Sentinel. Sentinel is free for 30 days. You should register yourself by just clicking on here, start free. I'll be sharing multiple steps later if you want any help. But yeah, it's one step-by-step process, very easy. Just have to start free, create a Microsoft account for free. Then you should have a Visa or MasterCard. Apart from RuPay, so they are not accepting any RuPay cards. If you have Master or Visa or any other payment gateway, credit or debit card, they are going to accept it. So just register yourself, and then you will get around 200
Debit card
Azure.
is allowed?
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead, Amir. Hello.
I said debit card is allowed? Debit cards?
Debit card is also allowed. Yeah, it works for me. It is allowed, but it should not be RuPay card. They are not accepting RuPay. Either Visa or Mastercard they are accepting. I'm not sure about
Hey,
Master also.
Sam,
Visa
I
they are
tried
accepting.
with many debit card, but it is not accepting.
It is not accept. No issues. I'll check with you later. I'll connect with you.
Okay.
One more thing, popular services are free for 12 months, but our Azure Sentinel is free for 30 days only. So just keep this thing in mind before registering yourself. So guys, once you register yourself, you will get your Azure account there. Okay. Now before starting Sentinel, these are the three components that you should be familiar with: Azure subscription, resource group, and the resources. So your Sentinel will be part of the resources. Okay, let's talk about this Azure subscription. The container where you created resources are created and billing is per subscription. So I have an organization, for example, ABC is the organization name. I can create an account on the Azure and I can create one subscription under it. Okay, I have multiple teams working in. They will be creating their resources, their virtual machines, their storage groups, a number of things are there. Whatever they are creating, the bill is getting calculated, and the bill Azure will give me is based on the subscription. Okay, this is one subscription. Let me just move on to the next slide. You see, I've just pasted this picture. So let me just pull on this one pen. So this is the subscription basically, under which I can create multiple resources. Okay, my whole organization is working on Azure. They are creating multiple things. Everything is getting billed on that subscription, and the Azure will give me the bill that for this ABC organization, for this subscription, you have this is the bill for you. Now just suppose there are multiple departments working in. There are HR department, there are security operations department, network operations department. Every department is different. Now based on their requirement, they want to cut the cost, or they want the bill basically per department. Okay, my management says, okay, we want to see how efficient or how these guys are using the Azure. We want the bill to be generated per department. So in that case, you can create multiple subscription per department. For HR department, you can create HR subscription. For this security operations department, you can create separate subscription. So the separate subscription, under separate subscription, they can create separate resources. Okay, they will get billed separately. HR department will get the bill for the HR part, whatever they are doing on the Azure, whatever resources they are creating under that subscription, HR subscription. The security operations will get theirs accordingly. So if you see the next snapshot here, you see here under subscription, I have these resource groups. So what is a resource group now? So resource group is a logical grouping of the subscription basically. You can say a logical grouping of these resources basically. I'll creating multiple virtual machines. I'll be creating multiple security, you can say multiple storage accounts. I can store them in, I can store them into this virtual resource group basically. So resource group is like a virtual storage. Just imagine it as a virtual storage where you are just mentioning this resource name for centralized monitoring, or you can say for centralized view. You can see them under the resource group. One additional thing and one beautiful thing that I found about this resource group is, if I compare it with AWS, in AWS there are multiple regions. In Azure also there are multiple regions, correct? US region, India region. I was creating resources in the AWS account. Okay, I was creating virtual machine, storage account, RDS stuff, load balancer, and after a certain amount of time I forgot, man, okay, in which region I created these things, the load balancer, because whenever you create a specific region, it will show you details about that region only. There is no concept of resource group there in AWS. So I was finding it difficult when I was done with the practicals, or when I was done with everything, when I was done with the trainings, I find it very difficult to delete this stuff, to delete these VM storage accounts in the AWS. But when I talk about this Azure, everything is group. Whatever I'm creating, I'm I'm working in a particular subscription. Whatever resources I'm creating, I can group them into one resource group. Once I'm done with the practical, I can just delete this resource group, everything will be deleted. I'm sure I'm telling you one practical example how I found it useful. Okay, so this resource group is where you can do the logical grouping of these things. So yeah, resource group done. Resources, practically we are going to see a lot of resources getting created on we are going to create a lot of resources on the Azure, the virtual machines, the storage account, web apps, database, a number of things. Whatever applications you are creating on Azure, they are called as the resources. Okay, There is one concept of management group also I've included here so that you guys are also familiar with it. Everything is now under this management group. So management group is where you can write the policies. Okay. Policy, you can write the policies. What I mean by this is I'm running an organization ABC. I also have multiple departments: HR departments, security operations department, operations department. A number of departments are there. I have given them subscription, correct? Everything is working fine, but suddenly a disgruntled employee in security operations department, he started creating multiple resources on the Azure, multiple highly paid resources on the Azure. He started creating it, he's running it, and my Azure is getting built. That specific subscription is built. So obviously at the end of the month, by the subscription bill, the security operation manager will get to know, okay, there is a miss, man. Someone has created these much resources. We are billed extra, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 extra. To avoid this kind of situation, we can group the subscriptions under a management group. So here there is a management group, and you can assign a policy here. That boss policy will define, okay, what all are the allowed action in the in this particular management group. For example, whatever subscription is below that management group, they can create only a free VM, they can create only a free storage, they can create a database which is around $100. I'm explaining you in easy term. Management group is where you can apply the policies so that everything is smooth. Your organization is working according to your requirement. Not only this kind of policies where you are allowing, denying, you can also apply the HIPAA compliance, multiple compliance regulations are there, correct? Everything you can do with the help of the management group. This is a high level. I just wanted to explain you guys before starting off. Any doubts till now? Are we good? We are going to see everything practically, so don't worry as well. Yeah. Any doubts till now? Cool.
No,
Now,
sure.
thanks. Now, what is Sentinel? So Sentinel is a cloud native security information and event management SIEM. And also it is also providing you the SOAR capability, security orchestration automated response solution. Azure Sentinel is very intelligent. It is also using threat analytics, threat intelligence. It can also do the threat hunting also with the queries. There is artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything is there in the Azure Sentinel. And you can see the snapshot here I attached. This is from the Azure website basically. So yesterday night only I was creating the slide, and my boy actually woke up and he was woke up whole night, man. So I slept at around 5:30 a.m. I thought I put the alarm and I left the phone in another room. So that's where I missed the time. But when I woke up, thank God. Yeah, so no issues. On the right hand side, you can see the diagram. It says about the Sentinel, Azure Sentinel. It is collecting data. Collect is their security data across your enterprise. It is collecting. It is detecting the threat with its threat intelligence capability. It is also investigating the threat. See, if you want the Sentinel to investigate the threat, also it can do that, guided by artificial intelligence. And the response part. This response part is coming from the SOAR capability. I can respond to incidents as well in the real time. For example, I'm just giving you an example. If an alert gets detected, you want to basically, you want a particular IP to be added to a watch list, so that next time from this IP again a similar alert or any kind of alert gets triggered. Basically you are automating this stuff. You are capturing the some information from the alert and you are putting into a watch list or anywhere you want. So this is major part in the SIEM market. Basically you have heard about, I think, Cortex SOAR. So Cortex SOAR is one of the rapid growing tool, and there for Splunk we have the Phantom. So if you want to use them again, there is a management overhead. You have to deploy the Cortex, maintain it. Again, Phantom, you have to deploy one more instance for Phantom and maintain it. You have to get the required training, manage the back end and the front end as well. But if we talk about Sentinel, everything is taken care by the Azure. Just come here, you select your playbook, you want to create your new one, just create it. Everything at the back end, the servers that are running, whatever is there, the Sentinel guys, the Azure guys are taking care, so you don't have to worry much. So Azure Sentinel is a combination of SIEM and SOAR. That is that yeah, so that it is. One more thing, if you're working on Splunk, if you have worked on Splunk, right, I told you there is an enterprise security app that you have to get separately to work on the Splunk part, and again that is not free, so I was not able to showcase you more on the SIEM perspective on Splunk. But if we talk about Sentinel, everything is there for 30 days. It is free, use it however you want. So I'll be going to showcase you many much thing over here. One more important slide, this is most important slide, I think so. Why Sentinel? Okay, we understood Sentinel is their SIEM capabilities, their SOAR capabilities, their why Sentinel, what is the need? As I was telling you from the beginning, traditional SIEM requires a lot of setup and maintenance expenditure in terms of software and hardware. You are setting up Splunk, you are setting up Oxide, a lot of time is required, setup is required, and also resources are required. I need expert resources to manage the Oxide platform, to manage the Splunk platform, the underlying things that are going on at the backend, the indexes, the search, and everything needs to be managed correct. We need a certified guy, we need an experienced guy who will be managing. But in Sentinel, nothing like that. You don't have to worry about it. You just select your Sentinel instance and just get started with it. Second thing, estimate for on-premise SIEM sizing can be reduced activity. Again, if you are on-premise, you have to calculate everything. You have to calculate the storage. Okay, if I'm using on-premise Splunk, Oxide, QRadar, what will be the underlying storage that is required? This is the amount of data coming in. It needs to be stored for 6 months, 7 months. What is the storage that is required? Again, no issues in Sentinel. By just one click, you can just increase or decrease the storage. Not an issue. SIEMs are not scalable and allow less flexibility to changes. So again, this point, not much related, not much valid, but yes, most of the SIEMs are scalable and flexible. But yeah, Sentinel is very much flexible in case of flexibility. The licensing part, Sentinel is very flexible. They can bill you monthly, they can bill you pay as you go part. They can go with the yearly subscriptions as well. So it is very scalable. Sentinel, tough to monitor cloud data, especially hybrid structure. So this fourth pointer, Sentinel is built mainly on the cloud. All the parsers are created here. Sentinel is having the artificial intelligence. There is a fusion component. We'll be talking about the fusion also. So where Splunk can, where Sentinel can automatically detect with the help of the artificial intelligence any kind of high severity alert. Behavioral analytics capability is there in Sentinel. Start point, storage becomes too heavy on the pocket. Yes, on-premise tools like Splunk, Oxide, they are very costly in terms of the usage. And if you talk about the storage as well, you need hardware. Basically the hard disks are required to store this things. Hard disk or SSDs are required, very fast SSDs. Storage become too heavy on the pocket. But in Azure Sentinel, again, very flexible with the pricing and all. And I think if you are a big organization, a very big organization, you have the negotiating power, you can negotiate them on everything. Okay, slow and less efficient data monitoring, long query response time. Yes, I've seen this on Splunk, on Oxide. If I am writing a big query, it is taking too much time. But Sentinel, again, smooth, very smooth. Their threat hunting is manual, data ingestion is complex. Absolutely right. I remember the time of 2014 2016 where I was a new joiner and we were working on this Oxide stuff, Oxide SIEM tool. So for the complete end-to-end session of Oxide, for complete end-to-end implementation of Oxide SIEM solution, onboarding data and all, it takes around 3 to 4 months. Okay, when again the era of Splunk came, right now also Splunk is there in the market, but around 2017 to 2020 or 21, Splunk came. They created the tool very advanced. The integration time, the end-to-end implementation time get reduced to 1 or 1.5 month. Now I'm just showcasing you the journey so that you can correlate things. Now Azure Sentinel is there, cloud native SIEM solution. Now the end-to-end implementation time, if there is a new organization you want to integrate it with Sentinel, the time is reduced to approximately 15 to 20 days. You just have to identify the devices and you can easily onboard them with few clicks. And the underlying the hardware software, you don't have to manage. Correct? Sentinel you don't have to manage, they are just taking care of. So the integration time has been reduced to 15 to 20 days. I'm just giving an approximate value, it can be 5 to 10 days as well now. Yeah, so Sentinel overcomes all the challenges and it provides a cost-effective SIEM service to the clients. Sentinel aims to stand out from other SIEM tools by leveraging the scalability and flexibility of the cloud. It is also tapping the artificial intelligence to reduce threat noise and provide. It is also providing you artificial intelligence. That is the best thing. Automation capabilities are there, hunting capabilities are there. Most of the things I'm going to showcase you, it is automatic as well. So uh, that is, these are the important pointers why Sentinel will stand out from these devices. The first thing that if I tell you at a high level is everything is automatic. They are providing the SOAR capability. Third thing is there is no management overhead for the SIEM setup and maintenance. Everything is being taken care by them. It is providing you artificial intelligence for free. It is, the data ingestion is not complex, it's very easy. License is very cheap. See, right now everybody is making their SIEM solution. Palo Alto, Qualys, they are also coming up with their SIEM solution. The future is Sentinel. Reason is it is most advanced tool. And if you know about Azure XDR solution, extended detection and response, they have multiple security solutions. They have created all these security solutions are intelligent. For example, they have this Microsoft Defender for endpoint. It is an antivirus tool. They are launching. They have basically not launching. They have the Microsoft Cloud Access Broker. If you're accessing cloud services, they are also providing security there. MACAS it is called as. Similarly, there are around 6 to 7 solutions these guys are providing. And also we have this Azure Security Center where you can centrally monitor everything. So organizations who are more focused on the security part, they are choosing Azure because it provides a lot of security. Azure Security Center is there, Sentinel is there, a number of components are there. But if you talk, I'm just making a comparison so that you guys understand better. On AWS, the infrastructure part is very good. The servers are always running. Almost both of them are similar, but what I have heard is infrastructure part is very very best. But the thing is, they don't have any SIEM solution as of now. Only Azure is having a SIEM solution. Google Cloud Platform is not having any SIEM solution. AWS is not having any SIEM solution, and other cloud also. There are a number of clouds right now into the market, but AWS, GCP, Google Cloud, and Azure are main. Azure is having a SIEM solution. It is also having multiple security solutions that you can use. So that's where it is standing out of the market. It is very cheap, and these guys, these Azure guys, Microsoft guys, they have contacts with most of the organization leaderships, so they are providing exclusive discounts to them to use their products. So that's how they are gaining the market. And yeah, any doubts till now, guys? Are we good?
Yeah, Shahrukh, I have one doubt. Like, what would be the difference between security center and Sentinel?
A security center, it's mostly a security posture management thing where I'll showcase you Kiran, no, not an issue. I'll showcase security center also once we go through the course. Okay,
Yeah, no
once we
problem.
log
No
in,
problem.
I'll show you that also. So basically Sentinel is the SIEM solution. Security center is basically a dashboard kind of thing where you can see all this stuff what is happening in your organization. There are pre-built it's a pre-built dashboard basically where you can see most of the thing, but Sentinel is more about the SIEM part where you can create your use cases, you can create your own dashboards related to security and other stuff. Okay, yeah, artificial intelligence and multiple things are there. I hope you know about SIEM. So that's what Sentinel is. Azure Security Center, a centralized location where you can see multiple dashboard or security posture of your organization.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so if we are good till now, let me move ahead. Global prerequisite. So you should, if you are going ahead with this thing with Sentinel, what all are the things? So first thing is you will need an active Azure subscription. Okay, you should have at least one subscription. Then log analytics workspace. This is important part. I'll be talking about it just after this slide. You need a log analytics workspace. Second thing is the access. To enable Azure Sentinel, you need contributor permission to the subscription in which the Azure Sentinel workspace reside. So this is the access, basically contributor access you need. So there are multiple accesses that are available. Sorry. So Azure is working on a role-based access control model. So there are roles created, for example, contributor, owner, reader. So certain roles are required to enable Azure Sentinel. This is the one. Contributor is the role. To use Azure Sentinel, you will either read contributor or reader permission. Also, when we go throughout the course, I'll also explain you. I think it is not, I have not mentioned in this slide. There are multiple things that I'll be covering. I'll be also covering the role-based access control part on the Sentinel, how you can restrict access to particular data, what all are the roles available on the Sentinel with which you can play, or you have to run a SOC team, correct? Security operations team, what all roles will be required there. So I'll be covering that also, not an issue. Additional permissions will be needed to connect specific data sources. You will be connecting specific data sources with the Sentinel. So additional permissions will be required there. So we'll be talking about that also. Right now, let me just move to this most important thing. What is log analytics workspace? And why log analytics workspace? Till now, I was talking about Sentinel. You guys are clear. Okay, Sentinel is good. What else? So there is a log analytics workspace. Log analytics workspace. Where is my pen? See, this log analytics workspace is the storage in the cloud. Basically, I will create a log analytics workspace here into the cloud. This is most important now. The point that I'm telling you, it took me around 25 days to figure out what is happening, how Sentinel is working basically. What is the difference between a workspace and Sentinel? It took me around 20 days, man, to understand this stuff. So talking about workspace, Azure Log Analytics workspace, it is the storage basically. A centralized storage, you can think, where you can store all the logs. Let me just write centralized storage. You are having Azure VMs running, virtual machines are running here inside Azure. You have your own premise data here, on premise data centers you are having. So let me just mention it here. On, my writing is not good, sorry. On premise it is. You have on cloud, you have multiple VMs running. There are storage accounts, a number of things are there. What you are doing, you are sending all these logs to this centralized storage. That is the log analytics workspace. You are creating a log analytics workspace and you are telling everyone that boss, just forward the logs on this log analytics workspace. Okay. Again, the question is the same. Why log analytics workspace? Log analytics workspace is there because we want a centralized storage of the logs. This is where you can store the logs. And what is the advantage here is, first thing is you can search your data with the help of KQL queries. If you have any questions about your data, you want to create dashboard report, you can just log into the Azure. You can just go to that specific workspace and you can use KQL to search your data. Okay. Second thing is, there are a number of benefits. I'm just telling you high level so that we can get started. We understand what is a log analytics workspace. We can have Sentinel running on top of this workspace. I can run a Sentinel that will be sitting on top of this workspace, reading the data and providing the Sentinel GUI. So you have to select a workspace basically. So for this Sentinel, basically, this is my Sentinel. I can select boss. This is the workspace that I want to read the data from. Sentinel will be reading the data from this workspace, and it will be ingesting data, and whatever rules, alerts, whatever is created, it will execute them accordingly. So this is the most important part, log analytics workspace. If you, I'll show you how to create one. So just hold on for a second. I think, yeah, I think that's all for today. Let me move to my Azure for just showcase of these stuff. One second. One second. Azure portal. Yesterday I logged in actually. JS, this one. Cost management billing. So this is the Azure portal. Let me log in and showcase you. So portal.azure.com is the website you have to reach. Let me showcase you. This is a free account. Basically, I have registered it. So 14,500 credits I got. I wanted to showcase you the workspace, correct? So this is the workspace. You click on this one. Right now, I'm not having any workspace. Oh, sorry. Yesterday only I created one. Let me just delete it first so that I can show you from scratch again. So I was just testing yesterday. So this is the workspace tab where you can create the centralized storage. So if I, so let it delete, it will take around 2-3 minutes to delete some stuff. So see, it is now deleted. You click on create. So it is taking you to this create new workspace. The subscription, I'm into a free trial subscription. If you wanted other subscription to be created, a paid one subscription, you can create new subscription. But once you register the Azure, you will get a free trial subscription. Everything that I'm going to create, it will be under free trial. I'm selecting this. Resource group is a virtual container basically. All the, see, I'm right now creating a workspace. I'll be selecting this AZ resource group, or you can on the fly you can create new. So let me just click on just create new. Shahrukh_training 11th Jan. So this will be a container created, everything. So I can add virtual machines, I can store them into this resource group. I can create storage accounts, I can create workspace, Sentinel, everything will get stored there. So this is basically a centralized um, you can say repository of the resources you have created. You can view them, you can delete them, you can permit access to them accordingly. Okay, so I'm creating this new one. I can give the workspace name centralize, you can just name it in centralize_storage. Location, there are multiple locations that are available based on your requirement. You can select the location there, okay, whatever you have. So let me just check whether India is there or not. Central US, I think India location or Asia Pacific, Canada East. I actually have to check basically India location or Asia Pacific location will also be there. Might be in the free tier. I'll not be able to create in those locations. I'll check and I'll let you know. Huh? So this is where your workspace, for example, I'm selecting East US, your workspace will be created in this location. Okay, whatever data is present over on premise data, your Azure VM data, everything you are forwarding into this workspace, it will get stored in this East US, because the centralized_storage workspace will be created in this East US location. Rest of the things are not required. They are basically not required. Just review and you just create. So it is just validating stuff. Create it, validation passed. So it will take around, I think, 1 to 2 minutes to get it deployed. Let me go back to workspaces. So it will take 2-3 minutes. Meanwhile, let me show you the Sentinel part. See, once you are done with the workspace creation, you click on this Microsoft Sentinel. You just search here Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel. So you can just click on this create new Sentinels. So it is just asking you to add a workspace. Mine, I think, if you wanted to check the status of the workspace, you just click here, deployment succeed anytime. Now it will show you here. So see also here it's written Microsoft Sentinel offers 30 Monday free trial. So just remember this stuff as well. Workspace is already created, man. Let me check if it is appearing here or not. It will take 2-3 minutes to appear here. So what I did now is I created a workspace on top of which a Sentinel will be working in. So I'm just waiting for the workspace to appear here, but it is not appearing right now. Come on, man. Be fast. Let me create one more, man. I'm just creating one more. It is taking a bit of time. So Sentinel workspace. Yes, I did something wrong. It's showing error. Validation required information is missing. What happened? Name can't contain letter in this. And create. Just quickly give me the workspace, man. Create. Microsoft Sentinel. Just waiting for the workspace to get deployed. This is created. Come on, man, just appear in Sentinel page also. It takes 3 minutes to reflect everywhere. No Microsoft Sentinel, create Microsoft Sentinel. Okay, now I can select it. See, now it is automatically detecting this Sentinel workspace that I created. Okay, just going back, showcasing again. Right now, there is no Sentinel created. You can also have multiple Sentinels in your account. Right now, I want to create a new Sentinel. It is asking me, okay, which Sentinel workspace, which workspace you want to add. I want to add this workspace, basically Sentinel workspace that I created. I click on this one, add. Bit of slow, man. Might be my network is slow. So it is adding Microsoft Sentinel. Just give it some time. So how much minute? A minute, please. A minute. It is running. So whatever you are doing, you can just check the status here, deployment status, another status it will show you here. Okay, Sentinel workspace is now ready. Cool. The free trial is active on this workspace from 111 to 211. Cool. During the trial period, up to 10 GB per day free for both Microsoft Sentinel and Log Analyst. Data beyond 10 GB per day. So we'll be talking about this billing part as well, not an issue. So this is your console. This is your Sentinel SIEM consoles that you are going to see it here. The events and alerts over time, so everything will get populated once you have the data. The pre-built dashboards are there. At the right hand side, all these things, incidents are there, workbooks are there, hunting, you can see entity behavior, threat intelligence, a number of things are there, data connectors, watch list, automation, the SOAR capability, everything is here. Yeah, I think guys, that's all for today from my side. I'm really
Hey,
sorry
Saruk.
I joined a bit late. Yeah, please go
No,
ahead.
hi, Saruk. Sorry to interrupt you. So, if suppose if we inject some logs like from Firewall, from like Linux devices, so we are using like any agent or what? If,
Multiple ways are there. If agent capability is there, the agent needs to be deployed there. Agent can be deployed. API capability is there. Azure is using Microsoft Graph API to receive the data. That capability is there. So multiple ways through which you can onboard data onto the Azure Sentinel. Not limited to just
okay,
agent.
okay.
Guys, anything else for today? We'll be connecting, I think, on Thursday TTS. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be the class, 1.5 hour, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST Indian Standard Time. Yes, I'll be sharing this recording over to you shortly. Just allow me some time. By evening today, I'll be sharing this recording as well. Yeah, that's all from my side, guys. uh, yeah.
Training time will be same like 7:30 to 9 a.m.
Yes, it will be
or my,
same only.
okay, okay. So it will be hardly like 2 week training, 2 to 3 week, right?
3 to 4 weeks, you can take a Manchu.
Okay, okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day. I'm closing off. We'll connect on Thursday. I'll be sharing more details on the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Saruk.
All
Thanks
right.
for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks, Shahrukh. Yeah.
Yeah.